Welcome down to another episode of Breaking Par. I've been playing pretty well, but I've also, if you look at last week's video, I'm capable of throwing in some pretty shocking scores. So today I'm coming back full of positive. I'm at Bristol and Clifton Golf Club and I'm excited for this one because I've heard a lot of great things about this course, so stay tuned. Some really nice fiddly holes on the front nine, couple of drivable par fours on the back nine, so we're going to have a lot of variety in today's video. I've never played here before, but I've done a little bit of homework because a lot of you have been saying that my course management has been very poor, so stay tuned because I'm going to get better at that as well, and hopefully you can learn some stuff from this video and at the same time I can break par. Stay tuned, fingers crossed, wish me luck. First shot of the day, high cut off the left bunker. Come on, see if we've got it with us today. Oh, it's a decent start. Happy days. Big score today. No, low score, not a big one, low one. Right, decent tee shot in fairness, just on the side of the bunker. Didn't quite get that cut, but hey, I am happy to make contact at this time in the morning. 130 yards to the middle of the green, 143 to the back of the green. Looks like a long green. Flag looks like it's towards the back. I'm gonna hit a full pitch. A full 9 is touch and go as to whether I might run out of green. And also I think if anything, the wind's assisting. So we're gonna just try and get a full pitch. If I hit the middle of the green with this and a 2-putt, you're pretty happy with that as a start. Ball's way above my feet, so I'm going to aim this just a touch right of the flag. Try and control the curve. Oh, I think that's good, you know. You might not believe this, folks, but I think that may have just gone over the back of the green. Because, well, I can see it, so it's very much on the back fringe. Thank God I didn't hit a 9-iron, but today I am feeling strong. Don't know where that's come from. Right, ball just popped over the back edge. Tricky little one coming back, I think. It looks like I'm going to go up the hill a little bit here, then it's all downhill right to left to the flag. So I'd take a par on the first, but I wouldn't mind this dropping, if I'm being honest. Oh, big break that. Sit. Ooh, testy, stop. Whew. Little testy one. Start the day. I'm going to give these the absolute ultimate respect today. Routine every time, clean the ball. From this sort of distance, I always line the writing up to the target line, which in this instance is going to be the right edge. Uphill, so it's not the worst leave in the world. A little bit on the longer side. Whew. That's a nervy opener. Right, level par, through one. Let's see what hole 2 brings. Right, second hole, 350 yards. Now, in fairness, the past few kind of breaking par episodes, I've been very aggressive off the tee. I've almost kind of been going down that YouTube rule of driver only. But today, I'm in a scoring mentality. And a lot of the times, certainly when I was growing up, anything that was below 380 or 390 yards, I'd put the driver away and I'd go down to like a 2-iron or a 3-wood. That's exactly what I'm going to do today. It's a 350 yard hole. It's a bit on the tighter side. We've got bunkers left, trees right. So for me, this will get me down there, get me inside of that 150 yard marker, which is probably where I'm stronger, to be fair. Slightly downwind as well. So really, even this should get me like 130 out maybe, give or take, depending on how I strike it. So we're going to be playing clever today. Course management, clever. Plotting the way round, golf course that I don't know, play to what you can see, score low. That's the plan. Needs to move a little bit though, it's just a bit blocky. Turn. Oh, that's fine. Well, thankfully, on that line I can't reach the trees because I was very clever and used a 2-iron. Probably going to be in the rough, or definitely in the rough, but I might even have a decent angle to the flag. Very pat on the back to me for course management there. Well, this is a bit disappointing, I'll be honest. I should have just bombed driver. No. Got that one overhanging branch, which really will be in the way. 124 to the front edge of the greens. This is when I start looking at front edge of greens, just to kind of see if I go in that lower trajectory, land it as close to that front edge as possible, and then release it up. 140 to the middle of the flag. It's 160 to the back. This must be, I can't believe that's a 40-yard green. I suppose I've got to go with it. 125 front, right, come on. 125 front, what's the shot here? There is a bunker, you can make that out there, about 20, 30 short. So I've got to cover 100. I'm gonna go left of it anyway. I'm gonna punch an 8 or a 9 iron. And then, I might even just like have a little punchy cutty one with an 8, just to make sure I get under these branches. It's not really the approach shot I wanted. It's the yardage I said I'd have in, about 130, but not really the approach shot I wanted off the tee, to be honest. Right, come on. There's a silver birch just left of the pin. That's gonna be my target line. Punchy one, land this at about 110. Not that I've actually practiced the 8-iron 110-yard shot before, but all feel this, folks. Oh, I've pulled it. Bunker bound. Oh, I've cleared the bunker. Wow. Right, well, I'm about pin high, but left. Yeah, we should just go back and play a shot over again. I don't think I was anywhere near that tree. I was going for that little cutty one, double crossed it. Right, this was very much an unforced error. Very much an unforced error. We're still going to stick to the game plan though. It was the right game plan, just slightly poorly executed off the tee. See if I can get away with a par here. I've got a lob wedge in my hand. Probably could have gone with a bit less club actually. I've got to land this about 2/3 of the way. Big left to right once it lands as well, so I'm going to have to aim this a good bit left. There's the left to right. Go on, get up that bloody hill. Ah, that's a huge slope. Didn't quite get up there enough. Nice strike, stopped well, but yeah, not perfect. Give me a get out of jail free card. Not much in this really. I'm kind of underneath the slope, so it's going straight up it. Ah, oh, such a bad bogey. That is such a bad bogey. Right, we're over par. The fight back begins. Third hole, 445 yards to the middle of the green. Dogleg round left to right. It's actually stroke index 1 on the card, so it's the hardest hole in the course. Not really what I wanted after an unforced error down the last. I'm going to aim at the 3 bunkers on the left, so the middle bunker. Wind's kind of helping me cut this as well, so it should just move with the little fade that I've got, plus a bit of wind. Come on, let's get this one down there now. Oh. I don't know where that's gone. That was a very poor shot. I have to lower the old mic. It keeps hitting me in the throat. Right, I'm gonna hit a provisional. Should have stopped really. How many times does that happen? You just get to the top and you think, I should really be stopping now. But instead you hit a 50-yard cut. That's what you want. Provisional balls are always the best. Middle of the fairway, racing down there. Look at that beauty go. Right, let's go and find the first. Fingers crossed, folks. All right, I told you it was a shocker. I'm in a bit of GUR, so I'm just going to take a little drop. If you're members of this golf club, yes, I am on about the 17th, this might be. So, yeah, sorry about that. That was a bit of a... I'm blaming the mic. Right, 167. Where the hell am I going now? This is like cross-country golf. Right, I've got to go over all the trees, all the rough, all carry, obviously. Why wouldn't it be from 166? 185 over the back. I'm going to hit a little. No, I'm going to hit a full 8 because I've got to go over those trees as well. Power 8-iron. I can see a green, so we're going to play to that. I'm going to see the green. Can't see the flag, but I don't think we need to worry about that, considering I'm effectively 2 holes right of the tee shot. Right, middle of there. Smashing 8-iron. Wind might even push it towards the flag if the flag's on the right. Strike was good. It's holding the wind. It's not moved much. Right. I think I'm level with the green, but just on that leftish side. Whew. Zigzag golf, army golf. Right, just one quick tip that really helped me look for that ball is because I hit a provisional, I had an idea of how far up my first shot was going to be, so I would always bear that in mind. We did find a ball further back, went to it, wasn't it, then I saw the provisional was like another 30 yards further up, then we just looked across from there and there it was. Now in fairness it wasn't really lost anyway because you could see it, but it does give you a great indication of where your first might be. Even if you hit it badly, you'd be surprised, there's never really that much in it. Right, third shot, we need to get up and down here. We need to like steady the ship because there's been a couple of poor shots. Weirdly though, I feel good. I feel good. I'm just producing a couple of bad shots there. Right, up and down, I land it just about a couple of feet onto the green. Just let it release to the flag. Sit there, go in, sit. Oh, it sounds so downhill. That is unbelievably downhill. You can't even see it. It just started gathering more and more speed. Played it really well. It came out nice and high, soft landing, and just gathered more and more speed as it got further and further away from me. And now the flag. Just in hindsight, not difficult shots really. A-time was straightforward. Chip was, as far as chips go, it's straightforward. I can actually feel it more on my feet as I'm walking towards this flag, how uphill it is. But it's one of those ones that doesn't look like it's on a big slope. Worst case, making bogey, poor tee shot, and then we pop along to the next and we start clawing it back. Best case, roll this in for par. Right, I'm just going on the right edge, not going up, not much on this at all. It didn't seem to break much after it went past the hole either. It's always one good thing to look for. It's a good putt, to be fair. It was a good putt, just a little bit more action on it. Right, 2 over. I told you that I am feeling good though, so stick with me because there's a couple of birdies in there today. I'm feeling, I've got this, I've got it. I'm not panicking just yet. Right, 2 poor holes, but they're gone now. They're finished. This is a new hole, but don't worry. This is only a 425 yard par 4 into wind. Just gonna rip it. See what happens. Right, okay, cool. I feel like bar the last one, I'm still feeling good. Got a little clump of trees there in the distance is my line. Wind's off the left a little bit. Just like that. I'm back. Just a little relapse there. Look at that, beauty. Middle of the fairway, pop it on, hold the putt, back in the game. Right, decent tee shot, on the fairway, so that is good. Good angle down to the flag. Wind is kind of into and off the left, but it's probably a good 10 yards downhill. So it's measuring 152. Let's say it's playing 140, then back into the wind a little bit. Let's go full 9-iron. Over the back of the green is 165, so I shouldn't be going over the back of the green, unless we suddenly get a change of wind direction. Right, I'm going to go at the flag here because I'm drawing the irons, left to right wind, so it should hold. Looks good, needs to go a bit I think. Go! Yeah, just front edge, wrong club. Probably could have got this little punchy A-time, just keep it under the wind a bit better. Strike was good. Right, I think good shot played well with the wrong club. Pitched here, spun back. A-time probably would have gone a bit further back to the green, but the thing is, the worry had the A-time with the extra club, that more kind of penetrating flight carries a bit further. If it pitches on the back edge and goes over the back, then we're in a disaster. So probably an awkward distance really. Obviously I could say, oh yeah, I could have got a bit closer with the A-time, but the A-time could have easily kind of gone over the back as well. So yeah, so sometimes you just gotta take it, haven't you? That's not, in an ideal world, the 9-iron would have carried a little bit further. I don't think I'd have ever been able to commit to a punchy A-time, especially if it was being so much downwind. If it was this wind but flat, we're not playing 10 yards lower down, I would have probably hit the A-time. But the downhill 10 yards can be a bit of a tricky one. Okay, let's get a 2-putt, left to right, slightly up the hill. Travel a bit, travel a bit, travel a bit, travel a bit. Ah, not bad. Bit of work to do. It looked better from back there. That's how far away I was. I've still got 4 feet, just over 3 feet, 4 feet, let's call it. Okay, greens are pure to be fair, so I've got no excuse with the greens. Rolling very, very nicely. Just not quite got the pace yet, which is expected. I've only played a few holes. Right, I'm gonna go left edge of the hole. Dead weight, so if it doesn't move, it still drops in, and if it does move, it goes in the middle. That's the speed. That's the speed. Right, short par 4. It's only 300 yards, 310 to the front edge. It's got a 2-iron. Wind's kind of pushing it left to right. Bunker in the distance, but I don't think is reachable. So I think the wind should push it just right of that anyway. Like a no frills 2-iron. Don't try anything silly. Just a normal shot. So I could probably even get away with hitting a 4-iron. Eek! Ah, it's another bad shot with the 2-iron. Right, that's going to be awful. Okay, I actually think it was bad enough that I'm short enough for the trees that I can get over them for my second shot. This is a club that is literally faultless 9 times out of 10. I've already hit, in the space of 3 holes, 2 poor shots. 100 yards to the front edge of the green. Going over that. Going over that. I'm not going to be able to reach, I don't think. I'm just going to try and hit a lob wedge as hard as I possibly can. So I'm not going to go over the back of the green. It's kind of into wind as well, if anything. I made a bit of a hash of these few holes. Right, full wedge, full lob wedge as hard as possible. Go. That's short. That's done all right though, to be fair. Just short of the green. Little chip on, putt, roll on to the next with more frustration. But I'm coming. I'm getting better. No. I was about to say I'm getting better. I'm not getting better. I'm trying to get better. You know what, in these rounds, how many people have had these types of rounds where you actually just feel like you should be doing okay, but you're just getting a bit scrappy. Won't last for 18 holes though. God, if it does, morale will be low. Just shows you, even on golf course where you feel like you should be scoring, in hindsight, probably should feel like I'm, not based on today, but maybe 1 or 2 under at this stage already, with a couple of short par 4s that don't play well. Golf will punish regardless of the golf course. Right, this is going to land about halfway, I think, just over halfway, and then just release out a little bit left to right as well, so I've got to take that into consideration. Short this time, long last time, short this time. Oh, struggling, come on, come on, come on. Another long distance par putt. Hole 6 and onwards, I'm going to attack this golf course in a violent way. In a golf violent way, like with birdies. Right, come on. This would be a big help if this didn't miss. Well, it'd be a big help if I didn't allow for 7,000 yards of break. Okay, right, we are, I think we're 3 over par through 5 holes, which technically makes me about a 12 handicapped golfer right now. So I'm going to get better. Don't know if I'm trying to convince you or me. Right, par 3, 6th hole, 160 yards to the pin. Got an 8-iron. Right, I'm going to go right bunker. I'm going to sling this one in with a bit of shape. I'm going to tee it a little bit lower, so it's not a driver. Right bunker. There we are, no wind. Perfect, hit it. 10, come on then, come on then. Played it well. It's on the green, had a nice bit of shape in the air, good strike. I think it's close, probably just short of pin high. It's a good shot that, I'm happy with that. Finally, got the knuckle of this bunker to come around though, so it's not going to be the most straightforward looking birdie putt in the world. But you know what, I've hit a green in regulation, which right now feels quite nice. I hit a good shot, chose the right club, good decision. Right, it's going to be downhill for the second half of this putt. Downhill now, go on then, hold your head up, hold your head up. That is a stress-free par. It's taken 6 holes to get one, which let me tell you now, that means we're on an upward trend. I'm coming, I'm back. Level par by the 10th. Back-to-back par threes. That's pretty rare, to be fair. That rhymes. Right, seventh hole, 126 yards pin, slightly downhill, wind slightly into and off the right. I've actually still got a wedge. Could probably get away with a little gap wedge here, but I'm just going to punch a wedge because it's kind of, if anything, I can probably get it spinning back if I land it just over the flag. Look at me talking about spinning it back after one good hole. Right, come on. In between, there's a little nearest the pin marker out there, must be for a society. So somewhere in between there and the flag. It's all over the, well, it's just left the flag now. Spin back. There it is. Look at that rip back. Stop spinning. Stop spinning. Oh God. It landed, oh my God. Stop. It's landed past the flag and it's spun back short of the front edge. Sorry, just past the front edge. I had about 20 feet of spin. Oh, I don't know why I'm moaning. I did call it, but maybe not so much spin. It's on the green though. Positives. 2-putt par. Right, just to give you a bit of an indication of how much that spun back. Here's my pitch mark. So my pitch mark. Past the flag. Ball back on the tee. Miles away. Downhill or here anyway, so it was always going to take this slope. The thing is, when you hit like a knockdown shot, you generally get a little bit less spin. I'm not sure how I could have, unless I'd have gone to a 9-iron. I didn't envision that much spin. Right, we're straight back up the hill, right to left a little bit, and then maybe even a bit of left to right at the end. Oh. Whew, that is back-to-back stress-free pars. Can we have some more par threes, please? I think I've found my calling. Play a bit of par 3 golf. Right, we're still 3 over through 7. So it doesn't quite sound as bad as it did before. Right, 8th hole, straight up the hill, 456. Can't really see where I'm going, to be honest. So I'm just gonna hope that that is the right direction. It's a long one, so I can't even drop down for a bit of safety. Bash a driver. That's perfect from what I can see. That's a little bit of draw on it. Right, good shot, we're up. I think it's looking good. Right, 170 yards to the pin. It's another awkward yardage. I hate to sound like I'm moaning a lot, but I could have done this being 5 to 10 yards further back or 5 to 10 yards closer. Oh, downwind now. How's it downwind? We've gone in the same direction the last 3 holes. I've had into wind and downwind twice. Right, wind's made my mind up. I'm gonna go with an 8-iron. 165 club, 170 to the flag, 160 to the front, so 8-iron should be the one. Little bit right of the flag to set with, just for a little draw, and maybe a bit of wind assist. That is pure. I mean, might even need to sit, you know. Oh, it did do. It did do. It sat quite close to the flag, let me tell you. Well, it did from this angle anyway. I'm happy with that. That was just a good golf shot. Pitch mark was about halfway between flag and ball, so it's landed nicely. So that's landed quite soft, in fairness, from it being downwind as well, with an 8-iron from the rough. Whew. Could I convert this? Get to the turn in a couple over. Wouldn't be so bad after having a bit of a meltdown earlier on. I mean, left to right, the greens are awesome. They're so true. The speed's I'm getting better with. Do it, do it, do it. Did it. It did it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, golf gods. You've kind of salvaged. Is that 9? That's the 9th, isn't it? Yes, no, it's the 8th. I've got one more hole to go. I could finish the front 9 in 1 over, which would be a big surprise, wouldn't it, after those kind of 3 holes I had earlier on. Oh, you know what? That was just a good tee shot, a good second shot, and a good putt. That's how easy it is, isn't it? I have to do that every time. Right, I stepped on the tee. I was excited. I was thinking, you know what? If I can eagle this par 5, first par 5 of the round, get back to level par through 9, that would be massive. Tricky looking hole though. It looks like it's sweeping dogleg round to the right. Now at the moment, I'm hitting fades off the tee. So I've got all these trees down the left. It looks like 4 bunkers up the right, and according to the old yardages, they're all about 260 to 290 away. So they're all in range. There's 2 options. I could try and power a 3-wood. For me, the 3-wood does hit the draw, but the last tee shot I just hit, I kind of pegged it up a little bit lower. That's what I tend to do for a little bit more safety. And I can work it a bit easier. So I'm going to peg it a bit lower. I'm going to get the draw going. Not much, don't need to draw it much. I just need to avoid a bit of a fade really. See if we can just shape it a touch. Doesn't need much. Look at that little driller. Go on, ball. If that has got enough distance on it, that could be incredible. Ideal. One in front of me, one to the side of me. Got 276, so I would have been able to kind of get there with the 3-wood. It came out a little low, so it probably landed a bit too soon. Landed in the rough, which would have taken loads off it. Had it hit the fairway, which would be a bit further right, it probably would have got an extra 20, 30 yards on it. But it didn't. So I'm going to have to lay up. I mean, I was contemplating a 3-wood from here, just a big carvy one. But I don't want to kill anybody because I don't know what's over on the left-hand side. I'm going to hit 5. No, what am I going to do? I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to hit a 5-iron, I think. Is that stupid? Can I cut a 5-iron enough? I don't think I can cut a 5. The wind's kind of off that side. I'm trying to cut it into it. And if it doesn't cut, I'm just in thick, thick trees. Can I go under this? Can I go around it? Nope. It has to be a cut if I'm going to do anything. Can I get under that tree? Just like punch it. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go under the tree. Under and right to left. Because it'll draw loads with that type of strike. Right, close the face, aim right. That's done all right, to be fair. Look at it go. Go on, the ball. Go on, ball. Yes. That has done very, very well, if I do say so myself. Probably inside, well, comfortably inside the 150 marker. So I should have a wedge in, which wasn't the plan off the tee, but better. I'm happy with that now. Right, happy with that shot. I have in, just going to get an exact yardage on that flag, so I can't quite tell the old depth of the green. 120 pin. So it must be in the middle, 130s to the back. All right, little gappy wedge, I think, little 50-degree number. Morale's high, can you feel it? Up and down. Not really where I wanted my third shot from, if I'm honest, but second shot did very, very well. Come on now, good iron shot, good gap wedge. It's all over the flag. We could go back-to-back birdies. Decent approach shot. Pitch mark is there, repaired. So just trickled towards the back. Very similar putt to the previous hole where it's a little bit uphill and a little bit left to right. So if I can repeat the previous putt, in regards to the fact that it goes in, we'll be out in 1 over, which I hope you'll all agree would be a bit of a success, considering I was 3 over after 5. Right then, come on, uphill, left to right. It's not that left to right. Wow, it's not that uphill either. You know what that was? That was just too much talking and not enough thinking. And now we've got an issue, because this is not the par putt I wanted. Didn't even want a par putt, to be honest. All right, trickle it back down there. Thank God for that, jeez. I would have probably lost my head then, but I managed to, now I can keep it on. Right, 2 over par through 9 holes. Mixed feelings about that, but we have 9 to go to break par. All right, 10th hole. So shout out to Matt in the pro shop, just stopped off for a healthy Kit Kat. And he's just telling me that the back 9 is a little bit tighter than the front 9. Not ideal, but there are 3 or 4 opportunities for birdie that we need to try and take advantage of, so stay tuned. I think some really good holes coming up. This hole, 323 yards to the middle of the green. It definitely looks like it moves from right to left. Is this a part, is it too early to be thinking, to go away from that original game plan of just trying to smash driver and get as close as I can? Because the 2-iron, I'm still looking at, there's 2 bunkers in the distance that look like they'd be definitely in the way. But I had a game plan and I feel like I have to stick to it. But the two irons I've hit so far have been nothing short of awful. Head cover's coming off, and not for an aggressive reason, just for just suits my eye that I can just see, I can start it on these trees down the left and I can just cut it back into the fairway. It looks wide enough for a driver. Weirdly enough at the moment, honestly, it looks wide enough for a driver and too tight for a 2-iron. That's where I'm at today. So I'm going to go where I think the green is, but it should fade away from that. If it doesn't, then hopefully it's far enough to carry. Cut, 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 cut. We heard trees. I think I saw it drop out, you know. Definitely heard trees. And I don't know if it was a squirrel or a golf ball, but I saw something drop out. I'm going to remain hopeful, and I'm going to bask in the poor decision that I've just made, and have a little quiet word with myself in the buggy. Right, you know what? Everyone watching this video, I'm blaming you, because you should have told me not to do that shot. Now I've got a 5-iron, I'm going to try and thread it through the trees, through the bunkers, with a little bit of draw would be amazing as well. I do have though, I've got a gap. You can actually see a gap. Really? Could we? There's a road behind it as well. Could absolutely fizz a 5-iron through there. I am thinking of just going to where that flag was there that I zoomed in on. The 2 trees left of it, somewhere in that region, I feel like wouldn't be a bad leave, and I think there's a greenside bunker, so it could catch that, which I think would also be a decent leave. Just got to keep it low enough. I'm going to start by just going left of this big tree, and then, I mean, surely what are the chances of hitting the middle of the trunk? It's got to be small, right? Fingers crossed, guys. Come on. That go up the tree and never come back down?
It came down.
Did it come down?
Yeah.
Did it? Whereabouts?
Like in the little divot in the middle there behind the tree.
Oh, it came straight down.
Pretty much, yeah.
Fantastic.
It's gone about 10, 15 yards.
Brilliant. Great. Awesome. Wow. Brilliant. I'll take a bogey all day now. Not great. Right, I can see the front edge of the green. I'm going to have to play another chip and run though. I've got a 7-iron this time. Right. Bit of hit and hope here. Land it a good bit short of the green. Get on that front edge, 2-putt bogey. Show yourself, ball. Oh. It was unintentionally straight at the flag. Took a big kick left on me. Finished right on the front edge / fringe of the green. Bogey, should make bogey. Disappointing though. Pro told me, pro in the pro shop. Mark, you're watching. You told me it was birdie chance. Why didn't I make birdie? Massively outside chance here, but I'm just happy to be here. That's the golf course, I mean. Right, downhill, right to left. Travel, 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 travel. God. Oh God, no. That wasn't fast at all. It should have been, it's downhill. Look at the state of this golf ball now. It's just got like tree marks all over it. Reminds me of bad times, that does. Right, missed this, I've made double. Oh God. I was over it thinking, you know what, that's more than right edge because it's breaking and it's going to miss over here. It has to be more than right edge. And I knew it, I was over it thinking, it's got to be more than right edge. It's a good cup to the right, that. Yeah, it would have been. Right, that is a double bogey. That is otherwise known as an absolute disaster, a calamity, an absolute disgrace. 4 over par through 10 holes. Between now and that tee box, I'm going to pick myself up a little bit, have a little quiet word with myself, and go again. I'm resilient, if nothing else. Right, hole 11, this is 380 yard par 4. And to be honest with you, I'm looking at this thinking, this is just a driver. This could be a driver. It's just a straight hole with nothing in the way, quite wide as well. Last hole was definitely like just a 4-iron, just hit a 4-iron. Anyway, I'm gonna stick with 2-iron because that was the plan I had at the start. I've been inconsistent with it so far, but I'm gonna get it back. Basically, we're going straight at the flag here. Slightly downwind as well. I might regret hitting this, but you know what? Back on my game plan, because when I went away from it, I made double. Oh, that's perfect. That was a good shot. That's a golf shot. Perfect. Straight at the flag, never moved. Middle of the fairway. Probably should have hit driver, but you know what? Settle the ship. So today there's a ladies' invitation on at the golf club this afternoon, and they're obviously playing straightest drive. Could I be entered, please? Let me win something today. No one's getting closer than that today. Ooh, 137, flag at the back, and it also looks like going over the back would be the end of existence. So I don't want to go there. Got a wedge, which is 135 club. Oh, I don't want to hit this full. We're not hitting this powerful. We're just going to hit a smooth 3/4. Middle of the green is 125. Just a smooth 3/4. Try and get it past 125. Keep it short of the 137 pin. Oh, that's a strong wind off the left. Where's that come from? Stay there. Stop. Oh, wow. Honestly, the ball was in the air. I would say it was just right at the pin anyway. And then it just went whoosh. Like a hurricane just came halfway through the ball flight. Right, well, we're chipping. Fantastic. Right, a tough one to take. Pitch mark is just there. Another inch left, it would have been all right. Pin high though, got my distance perfect. Always take the positives. It's actually not even that bad over the back. It's just as bad down the side. Right then. Sit there, sit. Phew. Thank God the flag was there, because that was going over the other side of the green. Beautiful strike, just hit it way too hard. Well, I mean, it was accurate, if nothing else. A little bit on the firm side. Would have probably gone over to the short stuff, fringe. But right, we've got this for par. I'm gonna drop this in dead weight. I've escaped with one there after a poorish chip. Right, you know what? Double bogey, double bogey par start to the back nine. Oh, that next hole is a sweeping dogleg. Wowzer. Jeez, that is like a 90-degree angle. Right, 12th hole, 420 yards. Into wind, dogleg left. Just gonna have to absolutely power a driver. There's a little white flag in the distance I'm gonna aim at. Come on, driver. Just nice, smooth one. Oh, hey, that's so good. It's just not moved. I'd like to hit it straight. Oh, that's fine. Just caught a little, the edge of a tree on the way down, but all it's going to do now is just going to give me a long second shot, like 180. But it's fine. I'm better from that distance anyway. Right, like I said, I've got a long way in. I've got 194 to the flag, 170 to the middle of the green, 210 to the back. So I've got a 6 iron, plenty of club to hit the green. Right, I'm not too worried about that though. Right. Take dead aim, wind's off my back. Oh, I've hit it pure as well. Hit it wind, hit it wind, hit it wind, hit it wind. We're on the green. So the wind affected that a little bit more than expected. It's probably about 5 yards on, so it's probably only travelled about 180 in that wind. It's all right though, I'll take it on the green. A decent shot in fairness from 196. I really can't be complaining about that. I've not been this close with some of the wedges. A little bit downhill for the second half of the putt, so I was trying to get the pace absolutely perfect. Turn in, turn in, turn in. That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Right, we're in for par. One of those rare stress-free pars that I've just given myself there. Oop. Okay, next hole. It looks like it literally drops off the edge of a cliff. Apparently it's drivable, par 4. So let's go see. We could do with a hole in one, to be honest. It's not. Well, it's definitely drivable. You know why? Because it's par 3. So it's 212 yards to the front edge of the green, but it is ridiculously downhill. So I'm just going to show you. I'm going to use the old shot scope L2 to see. So what this will do is it'll give us a distance with slope. So to the flag, it is 234, but taking the slope off it, it actually plays 208. Little bit down in wind. I'm going to hit a 6 iron. This is the one. This is the club. A little bit longer than the previous hole, I get that, but I think the wind is actually more in my favour for this shot. So 6 iron, well, what else can you do? Go straight at the pin. Hole in one, ace cam, ready to go. I'll tell you something, just get a little bit right, We're on the green. Probably needed half a club more. It's all right, it's a third of the way up, but the flag's kind of 3/4 back. That's all right though. Again, from 200 odd yards, 6-iron, hitting the green, you can't complain. You just can't. Right, I am very surprised to see this ball has actually jumped backwards. It wouldn't have spun back, it would have jumped back, but I'm actually on a downslope. That's very bizarre. It's almost unfortunate. A little bit, maybe a bit further forward. This is honestly, this is all downhill to the pin. So a little bit further forward, it would have taken a bit more of that slope. It didn't. So it's back here. Long putt now, really, downhill. Could be a little double breaker as well, right to left as it goes down the hill, but then it'll finish towards the flag, more left to right. But I think overall it's a bit more right to left. Whew, that was a lot. Okay, wish me luck. Go on, break. Go on then. Sit there, sit there. Look at that break at the end. Wow, there's a lot of break at the end, but we should tidy that up. And we do. Decent par. 2 decent pars. 6 irons into greens. Can't go wrong, can't complain with that. But I do need to find some birdies ASAP. Hole 14 is tight. 420 yards to the green. Massively uphill, so this ball's landing into an upslope. Wind is off my left, pushing me to the trees. This is a tricky one, this. Matt, in the pro shop, you're absolutely right. This back nine is completely different. The score is to be made on the front nine, where I didn't make it. Now I'm just clinging on for dear life and hoping that I find a hole where I can make a couple of birdies. Right, up the left. Just let it slide from left to right. As it goes up there, wind's gonna help it. Oh, it's perfect. Perfect. Dropping little fade. There we are. Oh, that's the drive of someone that's about 6 under par and feeling confident. Right, 126 pin, 133 playing with the uphill. It's still quite a big uphill. Decent tee shot that though. Give myself a little pat on the back for that. So 133 pin, little bit helping off the left. Mainly off the left actually. Just a smooth wedge. Just going to roll through a smooth pitching wedge. I can't see what's up there, so I'm just going to take dead aim because I presume the flag's on the green, so that's where we're going. Don't need to worry about anything else. Well, it bounced. I said that, you know what, I even said, talking to you guys, that the flag's off the left, the wind's off the left. You know where I aimed? Straight at the flag. My concentration in like tournaments is unbelievable. It's probably why I get angry with myself as well. But my concentration when I'm trying to talk and film is awful. Right, this green slopes from front to back severely. You could have landed it 10 yards, well, 5 yards short of the flag. Probably landed about here or so. It took a firmish bounce. So when you see a ball take a firm bounce, it's generally on the fringe, which I think is where it was. But this is okay. Funny, isn't it? Because I was so much closer. Well, I feel like I was closer with the 6-iron 2 holes ago. It's quite, actually, in fairness, where that flag is would be very, very difficult to get close to because of this downslope. But I'm putting back into the wind, this time uphill, which is a nice change. Lovely strike on the putt. Break, break, break. Oh. Stress-free par though. That's like, had a couple of them. Just waltzing through these holes, just smoothly does it. Still 4 over par though. That 10th hole, what are you doing? Anyway, 15, 4 holes to go. Right, hole 15, drivable. I've got the driver out, 290 to the middle of the green, but it's downhill. Don't know if you can see there's a kind of brick wall that goes across it. It's basically the other side of the wall and then behind these trees that you can see. I've got a little line I could take. Even if it fades, it's still fine. Just gonna try and get this up there somewhere in and around pin high. So I'm gonna go over the corner of these trees. If it stays straight, it's on the green. If it fades, I presume it's fine. Slightly downhill, but into wind. Oh, ripped it. That's awesome. Come on, ball. Haven't got a clue, can't see it. Right on line with the pin. That was all over it. Be in the hole. If I get a hole in one, it gets me back to 1 over. Imagine that. Oh my God, that must have gone so close. I was joking about the hole-in-one shout. Look at that! That must have been ridiculously close. Let's see if we can even find a pitch mark, because that was ridiculous. That is unreal. Let me find the pitch mark. The pitch mark is spun back, folks. The pitch mark is right behind the golf ball. Is that the best shot I've ever hit on camera? And we couldn't even see it. Oh my God. Right, eagle, come on, back to 2. Unreal. Look at that. That's come in. Oh, what a shot. I did say it was all over the pin. I mean, I've got to be honest, I'm saying stuff like that, like, just because I want to make myself feel better. But that is literally, oh, on the angle, honestly, on the angle, that's almost got to have connected with the flag. Well, this putt is getting the works, let me tell you. I'm getting aim point out, downhill for sure. Shame we didn't spin back a bit more. Came back like a foot. 3 more foot, I could have had a hole-in-one with driver spin back. Come on, ball, go home. This is not missing. Straight, down the hill, eagle time. We did it. Eagle, 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 back to 2, 3 to play. If you're still with us in this video, little treat there for you, that was a treat for all of us. Right, woohoo. I'm going aggressive now. Hole 16, 355 yards to the flag. Wind is kind of into and off the right, and also this looks like it's sloped right to left, and looks like a random crater or something up the left-hand side. So I don't want the ball moving too much in the air, certainly from right to left. And that's how my 3 wood and my iron would work, 2 iron would work. So I'm going to hit straight driver because that'll be a fade. Hopefully, let's see if we can claw this back to level par after that. Oh no. Simmer. Simmer. Oh, where's that shot come from? That was basically an overexcited driver shot. I think it's actually all right. It's not where I wanted it, obviously, but I think it's okay. It's almost bad enough that it's good enough. How golf can bring you back down to earth with a bang. Not what I wanted really, was it? 100 yards to go, that I have got a line. I've got no idea if that flag's on the left, the right, the front, the middle, the back. So we're just gonna try and play to the middle of the green, which is 100 yards. I'm gonna punch a gap wedge. It's not distance-wise, it's probably a full 56, but because the ball's so far above my feet, I'm gonna really struggle for balance. So I'm just gonna punch a 56. It almost feels like I'm trying to fade it, but obviously it won't fade for the amount of loft I've got, but it might hold its shape better. That looks unreal. Go! The noise sounded like it hit the green. It's all over the flag. Imagine I get up there and that's just stiff. Could you imagine? Right, really good result. I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, about 14 foot-ish for birdie. Massively up the hill. I can really feel it on the legs as I go up. Come on. There's not much movement in this break, in terms of break. Oh, with a couple of feet to go, I thought, yes, please. Right, after a very poor tee shot, oh, it's a par, it's all right. It's a par, but we're still chasing under par. I'm not sure how we're gonna get it because I'm 2 over with 2 to play. That was close. Right, 180 pin, par 3, 17th hole. I need a birdie eagle, or an eagle birdie would be amazing. Wind's off my left. 180 for me, I'll be honest, is a pretty tricky yardage. 175 is a 7 iron. 185 to 190 is a 6 iron. 160 to the front, 185 to the back, so it's not a huge green. 6 iron feels like it's going to run over the back. Wind's not hurting in any way, so I'm going to hit a 7. I'm going to aim it. Wind's strong off the left. It'll overpower my draw, so I'm going to aim it left of the pin, and just rip a 7-iron. Bit bottom groovy, I'll be honest, it's not the best strike. It's not moved either. Short of the green side bunker. Wasn't crisp. Didn't deserve it. We've got up and down chance, and then God knows what we need to do down 18. Don't even know what par it is. Now, if you cast your mind back to the very start of this video, I think it was the third hole where I hit that horrendous tee shot. It was basically here. So I'm back in the same place on 14 holes later. Poor strike, really. You probably look at this and think, oh, you should have hit a 6-iron, but actually I hit the 7-iron so bottomy that it was never making it. I don't think it was interesting though, because I don't think it would have made that second tee with the 7, but a 6 would have been too far. So like I said, it was just a really awkward distance for me. Now I need a really nippy lob wedge. Land it just on the top tier, left of the pin. Bit of check. Oh, it pitched into the top tier, pitched into the tier and died. Really not chipped very well recently. Looking through all the course logs, I don't think I barely got up and down. Very heavily reliant on greens in regulation to score well. Need to get a little bit tighter in the chipping. Can't say I practiced that much either, to be honest. Felt like a really kind of late flourish. The wind has just been slightly taken out of the sails. But we can just get this though. We can roll this in, get to the last, make birdie down the last. 1 over would be an amazing score. 3 over would be a bit frustrating if I missed this. That was rammed. By the way, if I missed that, I was probably missing the one coming back because that was powered. Right then, still 2 over, 1 to play. It's not bad considering I was 3 over through 5 holes. I'm 2 over with 1 to play. It's not bad. If you take anything from today's video, it's all about just hanging in there, hang on for dear life, and you never know. You might just make an eagle on a par 4 and then suddenly the score just becomes a little bit cleaner. Right, oh it is, it's a par 5 to finish. Eagle for level par. Right, 500 yards, par 5 finish. There's a bunker in the distance, sorry, 480 to the middle of the green. There's a bunker in the distance, there's 3 of them actually, but to clear the last one is 306. So I'm gonna kind of use that as my start line with that little bit of fade. Everyone down the camera, eagle, 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 eagle. Yeah. There's part 1 done. What a ripper. What a line that's taken as well. Over the corner, right of the 300-yard bunker. Sit down, don't go next to it. Right, I'm just past it, I think. Part 1 done. 2 more shots to go on this hole, and I am making an eagle level par. Right, comfortably past that par 300-yarder, which is good. Just trickled into the rough, which is a shame, but it's fine. Couldn't have taken any more of the tree line off, in fairness. 188 pin. Right, that's a 6-iron. Probably slightly hurting in the wind as well. But from that lie, sometimes you just got to almost imagine or expect a bit of a flyer. So a bit of grass gets stuck between club and ball. So I'm going to go just right at the flag, a little draw. Wind's kind of hurting off the right a little bit. I don't want a flyer, by the way, because that will go into the clubhouse window. I've got a flyer. Sit, 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 sit. Land soft, land soft. I think we'll put him. I think we'll put him. Right, here we are. This is it. Eagle to finish level par, which obviously is not breaking par, but I'll be honest with you, after that start I had, it feels like I'm breaking par. Got a bit of a busy clubhouse there, I've got a few onlookers. So if I hold this for eagle, I will be fist pumping because I'm very happy with the way I've managed to kind of really just persevere my way through the round. It hasn't been pretty in places, it's been good in other places, just not managed to really put together a good solid 18 holes. A little bit downhill, not much break in this, you know. I'm going pretty much left edge. Oh, I gave it a good go as well. I gave it a good go. Oh no, now I've left myself a bit of a fiddly one coming back up the slope. Oh, I wanted the level par, guys. I wanted the level par. That was the main driving force behind rolling that 4-foot past. Right, back up the hill. It didn't move much coming past the hole, so come on, I think a 1 over par wouldn't be too disgraceful. 2 overs actually not that bad either. Birdie finish, pretty good. I'm happy with that. Guys, comment below, what do you think? 3 over through 5, finished 1 over, battled my way through that. Massive thank you to Bristol and Clifton Golf Club. Beautiful golf course, really enjoyed it. Hopefully you'll have me back for another time. And if you like the video, like, subscribe. See you next time.